I said it last week. It's a Technic set. It's little, quite feisty. Excellent. Thank you for joining me. This is BwG, episode 24. So what do we have then? We have this heavy-duty bulldozer. I've been very keen to get my hands on this one, even though for some reason they decided that they weren't going to let me have it very easily. I had to wait for it until ones came back in stock. But if you've managed to get your hands on this, then brilliant. As you can see, it's been dropped in a very, very poor condition. So it's clearly been thrown around the Amazon warehouse. But hey ho, never mind. It's still all the same inside, I imagine. Let's get building and see what happens. If we look on the back, we can see that we actually have workings on this still. These always take time to build, but that's just part of it. But we do have a movable, what would be a scoop for driving the earth along. You turn this, and this will raise up and down. I'm trying to think what they call it. Skid, I think they call it. It has a very specific name. So, if you are new to Technic, these little sets are fan-dabby-dozy. And we have here plastic bags. Placky bags, not a happy bunny. But it is what it is. And we're going to take our usual picture, just like that. And then we're going to get on with it. Let's move that one out of the way. Bring this in, so we move that across, and we're going to bring all this out. Now, this is where it might get a little bit confusing. So, what I like to do is use some kind of little tub. Now, these are tubs from Rivita Thins, which I think are now called Snack Hits. They've changed their name. So I'm going to place those into there like that and come back to those shortly, because it's less to worry about. Let's do this. Whoa. And then this one. Whoa, look at this. Whoa. So, like last week, it's a smaller set. Let me straighten myself up. And let's move on. So, this is where it looks quite confusing. If you're not used to Technic, it's obviously, a lot of the stuff comes together very differently. It's all worked off pins and sizes. But if you're using your proper set, okay, I do like to introduce people to Technic because it is my favourite. It is my favourite of all of it, really. You can check it against that, and it's a 1-to-1 representation. Look, so it tells you here 1-to-1. This is the size that you need to start off with. Now on the screen, it's not so good, but I could just count the amount of holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7-hole girder. This one is just like this one here, or bar. They all have different names. So we're going to take our grey pins and we're going to place one pointing that way like this. We now need to put a black pin in. Now you might think, well, what's the difference in colours? Well, sometimes Lego like to design things with different colours to make it easier for you to see what you're working with. It's just a helpful way of doing it, okay? Another grey, and in here we should have another black, which will go in the back just like that. So you should have something that looks like that. We're now going to take an L paste. Now this L paste, to double check it, is 3 along the bottom and 5 going upwards. Check it to this one, it's exactly the same, and this will now fit through on the middle one at the bottom. So always double check which hole you need to do it from the picture and slot it on. And that actually gives us some pivot, a movement, a hinge essentially. And also on the back, we need to add one of these. So this has a axle piece in it and also a pin, and we're going to place that on the back onto the black one in the middle, and we're going to click it so that the cross is on this side. Okay, it's on this side. Keep it orientated, it will help you. So I'm going to place that down, and we're going to move on to another sub build very quickly. And this one, okay, is one of these single holes to these axle to these twin axle holes here, these twin axle pieces. And we're going to place our yellow axle, which you can again check with the size, it's 1-to-1. And I'm going to push that all the way through until it sits relatively in the middle. It will straighten itself out later, so don't panic too much. A little bit of a push and a squeeze. If you've got little hands, get some bigger hands perhaps, just to help you do what you need to do there, just in case if you're not quite strong enough yet, but you will be, you're getting there. Now I like this one because it's a 7+ set, and a 7+ set, you know, generally they say Technic is for 8+, but it's nice that they reckon 7s can do this one. That makes me happy. So I'm going to push this one. This is a pin to a double axle in black. It's pushed right through, so I have an axle across on this side and a pin on this side. So looking at this, this is where it gets a little bit confusing. This is about how the mechanism is going to work. You're building everything into place so that you can build around your mechanism. So we have this funny corkscrew type thing, and that is going to go on the top here, but we're not going to attach it this way. We're going to grab a brown axle with a stop end on it, and that is going to come up through this hole, and it means because it has a stop end, it stops it from coming through. Put your finger on the other underside, and then we're going to push this on, if we can, like that. We're just going to push it on. Don't let it go because it's still loose, look. So keep hold of it with the finger on the underside here. Let me just double check. We are going to need another yellow, it seems. Oh, I'll tell you what, see, this is where it starts to play a little bit. We need to really make a second one of these beforehand, but they want us to do it now. So grab it by the brown like that and place it down, and we're going to make a second one of these base pieces. Now what that means is taking another one of these double axle holds here with a single pin, and we need to take another yellow. And again, if you're not quite sure about pushing it through, you haven't got the strength, it's okay. You can very carefully push down like that, but be careful of the surface. I here have a scratch mat just so I don't worry about the desk. You know, regardless of what it looks like, I do like to protect the surface I'm working on. So don't forget that. Don't ruin anyone's table surface. But these generally don't cause too much problem. They don't have a lot of strength in them to scratch anything generally. Right, I've just got to find it now. Where have you gone? You're hiding from me. So I now need another one of these double, is inside one of those barrels, another double axle to single pin, and that is going to go the opposite way this time. So the pin's on this side and the axle's on this side. They regularly do that. It's a strengthening thing, and with this like this, I can place that now on top just like so. Okay, I can do that again. I could, if I wanted to, I could pick it up by the brown and it just spin around, but it's perfectly okay as long as you've got a grip of it. And now we're going to secure it to stop it from dropping out, and we need to use one of these black ridged barrels, and they go straight on top like that. Right, now that is secure. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to place that down just for the moment to see where we're at. So we now need to take this piece that we made first, and then this piece, making sure that this black ridged barrel is upright. We're going to place these two, okay, through the bottom one of these, of this L here, and the one just below the top, and we'll slide that in, just like that. Okay, so you can see where it is. Have a look at where the arrows take you, and of course the piece that's through here, the black that's through here, is now pushed into here as well. It's all part of it because of how this has come together. So, okay, so it will be loose at the moment. Don't panic. I am working it. But actually, it's not. Have you noticed something? Earlier on, we placed this here, and that has got a cross piece in. So if I push a little bit harder, look, that goes through. Now, if you look, it should show you, it probably doesn't have this extra bit. You can just push that back and make it so it's nice and flush, nice and straight. So placing that down, we're now going on to the greys. So we're going to need a long one for this. Double check your length, of course, but the long grey, okay, certainly not the longest. And we have a small sprocket here, a small gear, and that's going to go on. You can see that turning, so that's going to create the grip that we need. Now these are really good with this here. So you can do it so that they work together, and when this is turned, when this is turned, it will make this turn, okay, and you'll see that working all by itself very shortly. So looking at this, we need to go, let's have a look, where are we at? So we've got all this in here. Let's have a think, hang on a second. I think I might have made a mistake, you know. I think I have. Let me turn this around. That's my mistake. So should we try again? Now I thought I'd gotten that, but clearly I hadn't. So let's try again. We'll pop that into there like that, and that back into there. There we go. Sorry about that. It's my mistake for today. And that's going to slide in and push in so that it's amongst the grooves of our corkscrew, okay? And you'll see how this turns, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so onto the other side, we need to take an L piece, and we're going to take a single black pin, and we're going to pop that onto here, and then like so, and yeah, so that's gone onto there. That's now ready, okay, and that's now making it more solid. And I imagine we're going to start putting together now the bits that sit in the middle here. So I'll put that out of the way for the moment onto this sub-build. So we have a black L here. Now, it's very easy to get a bit confused by Technic, but you really don't need to. You know, be brave and what have you. You know, it's worth a good go. So we have a single pin to the double yet again. We do seem to like this. So I've pushed these doubles through, and it should look like that. Now what we need to do is these funny little L's that have got the webbing on them, so this bit here. And as long as we get these the right way around, so making sure the L is pointing out upside down to the top, and we're going to stick that and that into the top two of those. We're going to do the same on the other side, like so. So we have this piece now. We now need to add some blue pin to cross axle pieces, and they are going to push into the crosses that you see on the bottom either side. So let's add that in. Okay, like I always say, I'd rather leave the mistakes in because I need you to see that everyone makes mistakes. It doesn't hurt, okay? It's not a problem. You simply go back, start again. So we now need to pop this blue one into this second one here. So that one should just slot in just like that. Okay, you can see this is a nice solid piece now. Again, put it to one side, and we're going to use this one. Double check. I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 7. So we have 7 holes. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep, this is correct. And I need to use the grey pins, one on either end, like so, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to pop that in just like that. Let's do that and that. Let's pop that in. You can see the shape of our bulldozer is about to come together. You can see this is the grounding for it. And then on this side, we need to place that the small pin to cross there. And we need also to put a black pin next to that one and then slot that on just like that. So now we've got either side. You can see how it's all straightened itself out, and that's made a nice solid grounding for our heavy duty bulldozer. Okay, so do you know what? I'm pretty sure I didn't mention the number for this. It's 42163, by the way. I don't know if I did. So if I didn't, I do apologise, but that is the number of this set. So I might have already put the title in further back, but of course, you know, if you've watched these long enough now, you'll know that I am full of mistakes, but more than happy to admit them. Right, let's look. Onto here. I always think a mistake is a better learning opportunity, and so you should consider that and make sure that you know, you learn from them. Don't just dismiss them as a bad thing. So we have this 2x3 in yellow flat, and that's going to sit just on there. And we now we want to go the other way now with these 1x2 onto the pins here, these hinge pieces, and we're going to go to the side just like that. And we're going to do the same with another one, as long as I can, of course, find it. Where are you? It's here somewhere. Do you know what? There it is. It's amazing how easy it is to lose where things are. So we want this 1x2 flat. We pop that in the middle. That makes it nice and straight. And we're now building this up a little bit. So we've got a 1x3 tile in yellow, and there should be 2 of those. We'll have 1 of those each end, like so. And then we've got these 1x2 black grills, and they're going to go just down this centre. Always hard to see on the camera, those are, because you have to tilt them because they're shiny. So let's put the second one in, and we should have a number 3 here. There it is. I found your number 3. And there we go. So that creates this, it's a nice texture and a well-finished large grill. So that sits like that. Okay, so you can see that moves as well. And with that, we need to, oh my word, we now need to come together with a pin. So we have a stop-ended brown axle, and that is going to go through this hole here, but we don't want to push it all the way through. So don't push it all the way through. You might need to move this piece so you can see how it's coming through, but keep it just from coming through, because this, okay, needs to go underneath here, and I need to, not all the way through, not all the way through, come on, like so. Let's get this right, and then we need to do that and push that through all the way so it holds, and that now, look, has created that. And because it's gone through the crosses at the bottom, it means it's holding it in place just nicely. Fabby. So adding onto this, we need to add another tiny sub build. Lots of tiny sub builds, nothing new really for Technic. We do like to add these little bits. We need to use a number 5, okay, which means it's, I believe it means it's 5 centimeters, and that one is going to go onto there like that. And then what we need to do is take this, and we're going to lock it into place, which means that we need to take these two and these holes here and this. We're going to slot that in between, and we're going to push that all the way through, hold that in place, turn it over, and then we're going to put another one of these on the other side. Right, there we go. So that now makes that nice and solid. Wonderful. Oh, dearie me. It's always a nice trip, this, as I love it. So we need to use these doubles. So we've got this double pin, and that's going to be pushed into one of these small spaces. And you push that all the way through, obviously choosing the correct side, not the one with the ridge, all the way up to the ridge, just like that. And we're going to take our 5 hole, okay, double check your size, and we're going to pop it like that. So we've got a nice spacer here, and we want one more black, and that is going to go right there, just like that, okay. We now need to add a black L, and that is going to go onto here, onto that one. So that can sit like that, which still gives us our space. And we need to put one of those funny little, cross and pin pieces. I don't know what really you would call them, because they're so small, but they're just used as, they're either used as spacers or things to hold stuff, giving a bit more size to it. So looking at this, now sometimes you look at the picture and you think, well, how are they fitting on that? But in this case, I do believe that the yellow goes into there, into this top one here, give it a little jiggle, and then you'll see that this here, the cross needs to push onto there like that. Now I think that's, okay, it's got a bit of a wiggle on right now, but I doubt it will forever. So we'll see where that takes us. Now, adding another piece, we have one of these central here to the double yet again. We need to place a 5 centimeter, or we need to push it through so it's most of the way through, just like that. We now need to add a blue, which is a standard blue, but to actually a blue to a cross, and that pushes in to the cross on that end. We then need a black pin, and that black pin will sit on top like so. And then we have a double height yellow barrel piece, a big spacer that sits just like that. Okay, lots of little fiddly pieces, but that's what makes it so good. It's challenging in a way that keeps things working. So what we're going to do is put this grey piece, and that's going to go through the top here on this yellow one. And this now should go through, just, you can see it spaced, and it should just go through like that. Okay, fabulous. Okay, so it looks, to me, it looks a little bit over the top, but I imagine we'll extend this with this, so it's not an issue. So what we're going to do now is take this little 3 centimeter, and we're going to take the flat, these little flat spacers, and we're going to put 1 and we're going to put a second one on the other side like that. Okay, so they go opposite ways. And we're going to push that on so it comes to the end. And on this one, hang on, this one, the one that's on the inside, okay, we need to put a tiny red one, and we just need to push that so it stops. Come on, so it stops. Come on, there it is, I've got it, there we go. And that goes just like that. Okay, wonderful. And then what we need to do, it's all these sub-builds, look, it keeps taking us off track. So we've got this single to double pin. We're going to push that all the way through on this middle bottom one here. And then we need to take one of these for each side, clipping it onto the pin, one that side and one that side. Okay, lovely. That now can be added to this, so that goes on there. So it is loose at the moment, look. And then what we need to do is use the other side now. So we take another one of these flats cross to cross, and we push it onto the red this side. Come on, there we go. That makes that tougher. And of course, we now need to finish it off with one coming the opposite way. So you can see how that's now been built, look. Look at that. Now, we need to slot this into place. And you'll see how this works in a moment. Because what they've done is they've left this sticking out for us to use as a slide pin. And what we need to do is take this bit sticking out and put it between these. So if you can see, let's have a look. So we're going to slot it. Oh, we got a little bit sticking out. Let's pull that out, slot it there, and then let me just come through to there like that. And that now has been pushed so far into this side. I'm not going to push it any further just in case I don't want it any further yet. But you can see now, okay, that is now stuck in there. These are the ones that are difficult to take out when you want to take it apart again. So yeah, so what it wants you to do is push that in. I'm just going to push it. So it's, yeah, I'm going to push it so it's all the way through. So we've got this sitting out now. So it's ready to go. We need another small yellow, but we need a longer red this time as well. And we're going to place our red, okay, through. Let's have a look. Oh my wordy wordy. Let's have a look. So we need, have we gone past this? We have a bit of a strange one here because where is, oh man, how have we missed that? That's really strange. I see, there's no problem. So with this, I'm going to add this in separately again. Mistakes happen, but what I would say is, with Technic, it can be more difficult to pull back apart, but I would argue, to be honest, that in general, I think that you could do it out of order anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one back off, get someone to help you with that. And then I'm going to push one of these on. And then this is where I went wrong. Look, so I missed this. So this one needs to go on here. Pop it on so it's solid. And then, of course, back to that again. So we now have this fixed piece here. It now makes complete sense because now when this is on top, look, it'll sit over this bit, which will allow us to put the red straight through, like so. Okay, which incidentally now starts to work that, which is great. And also a yellow through the back, not all the way through, so you've got it sticking out. That will allow you to put this side on as we go along now. So taking this black L, we're going to be going the opposite way now. So we take this double to a single, this black spacer, push it all the way on, and then just like before, we're going to pop that in there like that. Okay, and we need to add it onto here. So we're going to pop that onto those back ones. So we're now just replicating the other side. So we're doing it bit by bit rather than doing it in large chunks. This one, we need another one of these double to a single pin. We're going to place, oh, no. Hey, I got it. I win. Right, we're going to do that. Okay, and then in the top, we want to place a black pin and our double height spacer or shim or whatever you want to call it, and that is going to go along here to there. So we're going to push it so it runs flush with the top there. You see the holes I'm going for, look. And then we go push in, just like that. So you can see it from the top. Okay. Love the shape of this, it's brilliant. Next, we need to go for another one of these, and we need to place a black pin into there. We then need to add it into a short 5-hole girder or beam piece, and that gives us that. That now allows us to go through here. So we need to go onto the yellow and the blue that are here, and that's going to be the next available space, and it's going to go, you'll see how it lines up, and then we're going to pop that on just like that. Okay, so you can see now we've got both sides. On the top, to make this bit stronger here, we're going to place this flat, okay? And the way we're going to do that is slide that on there, and we can see, look, that we've got a little bit of space here. So what we want to do is we want to use these, which are these part pins with these small bits, and they just push in the two ends, and then you put it over and slide them into the top like that. That's now made that much stronger. You see that? You see that? Brilliant. Carrying on, we've got this small single washer that goes on, and then we close it off with our black bulbous, I always think these are like bulbous sprockets, look, and that now is our turning piece. You can see it turning on the bottom there. And then what we need to do is take this and this, and we're going to create that and that. Oh yeah, and that. Hang on. So I've popped that onto there just like so. Okay, let's give that a little bit of space like that. Right, push that like that. There we go. It's straight now. And we need to use this axle to axle offset, and that's going to go like that and point upwards. Again, good at catching. So we've got that. And then that is going to sit. Let's have a look where you're going to sit. So that is going to go upright, and then it's going to go through these two holes at the top here. So we're going to slide that through, one, and then we just need to give it a little wiggle and push it through like that. Brilliant. That's great. And then on the other side, we need to add another one of these axle offsets, and that's going to be pushed onto the other side. So you can see how it's got the two, so it's almost like it's got its chock controls. And let's have a look. So we now need one of these flats to go on the other side. There we go. And that goes on that end, and that now completes that side of it. Okay, fabulous. Now, let's add these in. So what we have here are these red sprockets. You can't miss them. And they're going to be popped onto these pins that we have down here on either side, which will allow us to fit our tracks. Now, I fear that the track system is on its way, but we'll see. So let's find out, shall we? So what we need is to go onto here. We need to place the double shim piece, which is there. Okay, we need to slide that one on, and we then need to add this end piece to a pin hole like that. Okay, turning it round. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've done that side, and we also need to do the same with this side as well. So we place our double barrel piece, our double shim style thing, and then it appears we need to go the same again. So we need to make sure that our pin goes the same way as this one. Okay, so you can see that either side. Okay, and you can also now see them turning, look. You see them turning when I do that? I'm going to point them up for the moment, because that's how it is in the picture. Again, you do it the way you want to do it. Now, we have 24 of these, so we have to put all of these together. Now, this is where it's like, oh my word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, In fact, let's fast forward this if I can. If I do, brilliant. 12, see you at the end. .24. There we go. Excellent stuff. So double check their length. They should be 24 each according to that. So they are exactly the same. So now we need to attach them. Now this can be a bit of a nuisance. Now what I've always found is if you place them onto the track, okay, and then you peel it over. In fact, you might want to just do that like this, and then roll. Okay, roll it back, and then bring it so that you can do this. Right, now, something, okay, this can be a little bit difficult to get at, so let me show you. This could be difficult for little hands, so give it a go, but get some help if you need it. And you just need to hook that last one back onto itself. Come on, there it is. So there's one. And then let's do the same with this side. Ooh. I place it on, wrap that over, move it backwards as best as I can, and then just find a solid spot to pin it down. Oh, come on. Have I got it? Yeah, I believe I've got it. There we go. So now we have running tracks. Pause the video if you need to, give it a go, and get that onto there. So there should be 48 bits, and you should have a couple left. So as long as there's 2 left at the end, you only need to really count to the first 24. And as long as there's 2 left, you've got them all, and just double check their length. Job's good. Right. So taking this piece here, we're now going to put our black pins on either end. We're starting to build this other side, and our bucket, I would assume, onto here. And we need 2 of these, so 1, and then we're going to take this other one. So these are 7 hold, okay. Another black one, there we go. And we've got our 2 right here. And what we need to do is we need to place these on either side, okay. So this is the piece that the bucket or the skid or whatever, the plate would be put onto. So it's getting it ready for that, okay. And then what we need to do is take this coupler, okay, the grey coupler, and we put some small reds either side. And now we're going to be starting to create. So we're just going to put that to one side for the moment, and then we're going to start creating this skid piece now. This piece that pushes the dirt along. So we're creating this bar. Now these are used quite a lot in the larger mechs. So we're going to take this 2 to 1, and we're going to put these 2 blue ones in the top, just like so. So you can see that they're sticking up. And now what we're going to do is create the actual skid wall. So we take these 7 pieces, and we're now just going to bring them onto there like that. And just the one for the moment. Yeah, just the one for the moment. And we have this piece now. We're going to do the same again, and we're going to bring it 1 in and put our 1 to 2 just like so. And then we're going to go like that. Sometimes it can be a little bit touchy. There we go, and push that on, which should now allow us, okay, to create this bit. So we've got another coupler. We want these grey axles, 1 either side, just like that. It's like a double-edged lightsaber. Very grey, mine's a bit boring, isn't it? And then what we want to do is we want to take these ones that go onto a cross, but they allow to slide on. And then on this bit, we need to take the cross piece and go the opposite way. So we're going to do that. So it looks like that. We're going to do that each side. So we want to go on like that, and then we want to go backwards, just like that. There we go. How wonderful. And then we need to put these washer or stops on either side. That helps to keep it strong. Okay, like so. And on the ends, we're going to place these, and they need to go backwards the same way as these would. So I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to place that there like that. There we go. Lovely. And then these will have these other grey sticking out like that. So it looks like that, okay? So you've got the 2 sticking this way, 2 that way, And then the two slide pieces, these are hinged, look, they turn, and you've got those on either end. So let's see how this comes together. So adding this on, we have all four of these, okay? And this, I do believe, will now sit on either side, just like so, like that, okay? So that will sit either side. And now we want to put our other 7 on top to make it nice and strong, just like so. Lovely. And then I would imagine we need a top for it as well, but I guess we'll see. So taking these strange cross-ended flat pieces, rounded 1x4s, we're going to place a half pin to half axle through in blue. We then want to put a standard black pin through the second hole down, okay, so the second round hole, and we're going to place that onto here, just like this, okay, with the yellow piece on like that. Now we need to make 2 of these, so let's try. Okay, so we're going to put that onto there again, the black into that second hole down, or the round holes anyway. We then need to take this flat piece and put it onto there, and we need to take the rounded and place that onto there, just like that. And these are going to go either side. They're going to look really cool. So let's see, how do these fit? Now, I've noticed something interesting. It states that there are red pieces sticking out, but I would argue that those red pieces don't, so I must have missed that in my, yeah, I did, in my original piece. So I'm going to pop these on the end, look, the reds. Doesn't matter that it's being done now, it won't hurt. And then we simply need to push those on either side to give us our, I suppose it's almost plough-like, isn't it? Look, like so. And that now gives us our plough, just like that. Now what we need to do is we need to attach this now, and it's going to be attached, look, make sure these, okay, go through these holes there. You see them there, look, those, yeah? And then these are going to go onto these bars. So we're going to clip those on, like so, get some help with that. So you can see, look, how this will go up and down now. Okay, it's ready to be actuated, and I love it. And we're going to pop these, these stopwashers on the end, like so. That now allows it to be able to not come off too easily. And what we have, yeah, is, so let's have a look at this working. So when we turn it, what we should have, okay, you can only go so far down, but if I do that, look, it brings it up and down, look. Look at that. Absolutely adorable. Okay, you can see that, look, see how that works? Brilliant. Excellent. If you've just had your first Technic experience, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me on BwG. It's been episode 24. I look forward to having you back next week. Thank you. Make sure you check out www.thesteamengine.co.uk for any of my current strange posts and what have you. It's all friendly on there. I don't like to have anything that's considered to be unfriendly, so it's for everybody. I like for everybody to join in with my my Steam journey. So take care until next week. Stay safe and have a good one.